I know I'm kind of jumping around. I'm still doing body work. No, I still haven't done that nose, still putting it off. But I want to talk about these tail panels for 70 to 73 Firebirds. I have two of them here. They're made by the same company. This one I'm not going to use. This was given to me when I needed one. The person that drilled a hole in it, he's going to use it in his race car. That was going to be a kill switch. I'm not sure about the light, what he was doing there. He cut a huge hole for a light, and I don't know why a race car would need a light. It's had other defects wrong with it too. But anyhow, that one was given to me. This one came in a parts car I had bought. It was just sitting in the trunk. It actually was warped right through here, like heat had gotten to it, melted it, and I had to use a heat gun, straighten it out. And in doing so, I went through and I had to fix some stuff. Like on the back side, you can see some fiberglass work that I did to reinforce it because it was because it was really flexible there. I still have to get a light. I'm told they don't make a light for the license plate. This is a 69 I had ordered. I tried putting it in there. It actually won't work. It hits the bottom of the car right there underneath that lock. It won't fit and tuck under there, so I'm probably going to look for a flat LED type light, and I'll mount it in there somehow, some way. But to get back to these panels, they're made by the same company, and here's a problem. And I know if you watch my videos, you know I'm constantly ragging on the aftermarket world. It's just that I can't understand, if you're going to make a part, why can't you make it exactly like the originals? I mean, is there an infringement? Are you going to get sued? I don't know. I have no clue in what's going on there in the world. But where these letters go, and I've got the letters over here. You know, for example, the P. You push the P in. Tell me that's straight. That ain't straight. I don't care what they say. That's crooked. The hole's not even drilled right. And the last letter, of course, is a C. Pontiac goes down here. And I'm not so sure that one's straight too, but let's say it is for the sake of not arguing. But here's the problem. You put these letters on here, and I'm not going to be able to show both of them, so let me take the C out of here. We're going to leave that P in there. I'm going to put my thumb on it, hold it down tight. You're supposed to have nuts for these, to put these on. Whoops, it fell out on me. But anyhow, they've got all these holes drilled in here, like you can see right here, which is great. I'm having a hell of a time putting this P in this hole. P in a hole. Anyhow, there it is. With that in there, there is no way in the world you're going to get a nut on that thing. There's just no way. Not going to happen. I thought at first, well, I'll just go ahead and do what everyone else would probably do and epoxy the things in the hole. The C, same way. And I know you guys are saying, oh my God, would you quit moving the camera around? There's the C. Absolutely no way to get a nut on those things. And the reason why is because they got these great big braces or supports glued in here to hold the studs in to where you're going to mount them. This great big, huge, humongous thing. And I'm like, well, that's nice. They engineered that really well. But it does you absolutely no good to put those letters on there. This piece of crap, junk. Glad I'm not going to use it. Here's the other one. Made by the same company. And if you think I'm going to tell you that their letters are straight, no, they ain't. They ain't straight either. They ain't even close to being straight. But this one, I modified a little bit, made it a little bigger so I could adjust it so it's straight. On the back side, I'm going to try to turn it over. I actually cut that brace out of there and took it out so you can get a nut on there. Same thing over here. Just cut the crap out of it so I could get a nut on my letters. Why, when they were engineering this, and came up with this idea to remake these. And I'm glad the company did. Don't get me wrong. No one else makes these as far as I know. Why would you not go, hey, there's 2 holes there for letters to get nuts on them. Why don't we kind of make this a little smaller? Idiots. What else can you say? I'm sure they're made in Taiwan or China or who knows where. But, oh my God. It's the simple things, people. The simple things. You put letters on there and they don't fit. You need to find out why. You know, now, my letters are not perfect. They're going to be a little crooked too. I'm going to have to go in, open up some holes, move some things around. It's just the way it is. The end, sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. And we'll just blame that on me because I wanted to be able to put it where I wanted it. I wanted to straighten them out. But more modification. On a part you shouldn't have to modify after you buy it. These things are pretty expensive. I'm pretty sure they're a few hundred, at least $150, if not more. And they don't have the holes drilled out for the license plate bracket to go. I don't understand why. They did not have a provision to put the light back in. Those are my 2 drill holes trying to modify a 69 to fit in there, which does not work like I said. So I still have to come up with a light and what I'm going to do. But it's things like this that drive me crazy. You know, you're the customer, you spend $200 for a part, you're thrilled to death, you get it home, you go put it on your car, and it doesn't fit. You're like, why doesn't it fit? Then you have to cut it up, modify it, fiberglass it, weld it, whatever, reshape it. If that was the case, don't even make the part. I would rather buy an old beat up used part and fiberglass it that's going to fit. And that's something else that brings me to these. These are my inner wheel wells for my Firebird. Now I bought these, I don't know, 2 months ago. I buy a lot of my stuff way, way ahead of time because of shipping and the holdup in parts. I bought these and my wife and I actually drove and picked these up. They were wrapped in cardboard, ready to go. I also bought it along with the hood, which is over underneath that blanket, and the rear bumper, which is still in the box. And I'm sure if I open the box, the bumper's probably screwed up. Who knows? Who knows? But anyhow, back to the wheel wells. I thought, wow, I took them out of the cardboard and thought, these are really nice. Well, they sit out in my shed for a month and a half. I go and get them. I thought, well, let's get all these stickers and decals, and everyone's got to put their name on the parts and all over the parts and crazy shit. And I'll start getting these parts off. And in doing so, I'm sliding stuff out of the way here. In doing so, I found one of the dumbest things you would probably see. This wheel well. I don't know which side it is right now. It's the driver's side. Driver's side inner wheel well. Looks fine. I'm sure it's going to fit in the car just fine. It looks like my other one. That's great. And I said driver's side is actually passenger side. And here's the crazy thing. Look at this slit. See a slit? The finger going across it? There is a slit in this that when they stamped it, it's not sharp. It's not going to cut you. Evidently, there wasn't enough material there, or there was something wrong with their die. So now I got to go back, weld this shut, regrind all this, or leave it in there. And you know I'm not going to leave it in there. You know, where's quality control at? Where is the person that goes, hey, that's okay. Hell, the customer will pay money for it. Yeah, this customer did. I paid money for it. Now, in complaining about this stuff, I've ordered literally thousands of parts. As I was saying, I have literally ordered thousands of parts not just for this car, but many other cars that I have. I have several. I've got an 84 Chevy pickup 4x4. I have a 70 Cutlass Supreme. I also have a 71 Buick Skylark convertible made into a GS clone. But out of all these parts I buy, out of the thousands of parts, the majority of them do fit. The majority of them do work. It's just, it seems like the expensive parts don't ever work. You know, you buy door handles, yeah, they work. You buy rubber grommets, yeah, they work. You know, there's hoods under here. You've seen in my other videos, the hood. This hood's messed up. I had to grind things down. The hood hinges actually rub against the hood right here. These will rub on the hood, which makes no sense to me, but that's just the way it is. So I like ragging on the aftermarket world. Maybe I'm hoping some big shot somewhere will see the video and say, hey, the guy's right. We got a million customers out there buying this part and complaining about it. Let's fix it right. But either way, you know, it's going to be like that throughout all my videos. I'll tell you the bad stuff probably more than I'll tell you the good stuff. You know, when I started out making this car, I wanted it to be for me. I'm not reselling it. I'm not building it for anyone else. Just like my other cars. They're my cars. So I build them my way. I want the best for this car. I had one like this in high school. I actually had a 70 Formula 400 4-speed car that I just loved. And when the opportunity came up to buy the same body style many, many years later, I jumped on it. And I'm going to give it the best parts, you know. That's just the way I am. I'm going to build it for me. So I'm doing my own thing. But as we go along, I'll tell you the good and the bad with the parts I'm hitting. The muffler, piece of crap. Oh my God. I had to literally take the exhaust system back off my car. When I started it, I didn't like the sound at all. This is a stock muffler. I expected something kind of quiet, but this thing sounded like crap. And then when I go to take it off, guess what pulls out of the exhaust? Out of the muffler. Yeah, that's supposed to be attached. Came right out, not welded, just pushed in there nice and hard. You know, very disappointed in the muffler. Pipes themselves seem okay. I'm going to order me a different muffler, maybe with a little throatier sound to it, and I'll change it out. You know, hopefully things will go better. As we go along, I'm going to get back on that hood someday. It's way down the road because like I keep telling you in all my videos, I got to get back on that damn nose. I'm going to keep plugging away here little by little, and I'll post little videos as I go along. Try to get things situated, and that still kind of upsets me. I had to weld on one. I might as well weld on one of my old ones. But anyhow, you know, the tail panels, you can see the story on that. You really need to cut those little extra braces they put in there if you expect to use the nuts that you're supposed to be using to put those Pontiac letters back on your tail panel. It's just the way it is. I didn't get much work done on my car today, so that's why this video is just about rants. Because I had to replace siding on one of my buildings. So, hey, that's what I did today, siding. So it was a lot of fun. Keep watching my videos. Later.